if we share the same
Recording in progress.
sorry, if we share the same research interests. So I will be very happy to talk about research and other things related to information system management, data science and analytics, and digital technology strategy. So that's a bit about me. Okay. And so today, in the next 3 hours, this is my agenda. I'm talking about crowd lending, basically two main topics here, crowd lending and digital currencies. But before we go through into crowd lending, so I need to explain the broader things, which is fintech, because crowd lending is one uh, part of the fintech segment, right? And then once I provide you with the explanation about the fintech evolution, and then the segments of the fintech, which is one of them is crowd lending, and then I give you the overview of crowd lending in Asia. Okay. How the landscape of crowd lending in Asia, how they evolve, right? And then what are the challenges and opportunities? I will give some insight from the research that I have done as well about the crowd lending in Asia, and also how to maintain trust in crowd lending, right? And then once we've done with the crowd lending, we move on to the digital currency. So I start with the blockchain. So yesterday, Prof. Chung have given you some explanation about the blockchain economics, right? Then I will continue with a blockchain in the finance landscape, digital currencies and cryptocurrencies, and then how these cryptocurrencies can transform the financial service landscape, and then what are the risks and regulations, and how these cryptocurrencies and uh, digital currencies, right, can change the crowd lending practices. And next after tomorrow until Friday, Prof. Chung will continue to dig deeper into some of the topics. For example, he will explain about the non-fungible tokens as well, metaverse, right? And how these things can change the financial services. Okay, so I will touch some of this here to give you the foundation into the next topic that Prof. Chung will deliver. All right, everyone. So I'm excited to start with this. Okay, let's uh, start with, I need to give you the disclaimer here, because when I talk about cryptocurrencies and digital currencies, there are some of my experience that I can share to you, but this presentation is purely for knowledge sharing. If you see that my experience about investment, so on and so forth, so don't take that as the investment advice. So that's purely my experience, right? So my explanation here shouldn't be construed as a financial or investment advice. So that's the disclaimer. So just um, you need to go through again when you do the investment. You have to understand better what you're doing when you do the investment. All right. Crowd lendings, that's the first part that I have to talk about. Okay. Before we um, talk about crowd lending, as I mentioned before, right? So we need to understand the fintech first, financial technology. So before we start, I just want to ask you, go to this flux.qa/SENZDG. Okay. Go to this website and then enter one or two words that you came across in your mind when you read the fintech. Let me activate first. Flux.qa. Okay, so I've activated. So just go to flux.qa. Okay, this one. Okay. Can you go to this application? And then later on, we'll see the word cloud. Let's see whether I have the word cloud. Oops, I think it has in this. Okay, now you can refresh. Let's see whether it works. So I'm waiting for the response. Okay, this one. Let's see, just type one word or two words. I just want to get an idea, get some ideas. What you have in mind when you read the word fintech. Innovative. Okay, what else? Just type everything. Technology, intelligence. All right. More you can do more than one. What's next? Just three words. I'm waiting for the next words. Big data, technology, intelligence. Oh, innovative disappear. We had innovative before. What else? Business. Okay, I'm waiting. So we have 16 participants here. So we should have more words here. But we only have three words. Go everyone. A comprehensive system. Next. Otherwise, I don't have many ideas here. I don't get many ideas from you about the things that you have in mind when you look at the word fintech. Comprehensive system, big data, blockchain, intelligence. What else? What else, everyone? Only four people answered. At least half of you. Service. So you can use your smartphone or using your browser, desktop. It's fine. Okay, no more. So invest. Yep, you can invest with in fintech applications. All right, so far I have big data, intelligence, service, a comprehensive system, invests, right? So that's what you have in mind when you read the word fintech. Oh, what's the reduce risks? Okay, reduce risks. Okay, let's continue with the slide. Okay, so we have that words before, right? Yep. So that's all related to the fintech. So as you can see here, when we talk about fintech, it's actually not a new terminology, right? Fintech is a combination between financial and technology. If you see the evolution of the industry, back then in the 18th and 19th century, right, during the industrial revolution, so the economic is driven by the steam engine, right? Then move on to the 1900, economics is accelerated by the electricity, where that electricity, right, accelerate the industrial activities, making people easy to create products, right? And then also transport it to anywhere else in the world. And also in the finance ecosystem, so it helps the finance service to serve their customers easily as well. And then you can see in 2010, so the economy here is moved by data, which is actually supported by the infrastructure, which is the internet, right? So everything you can see now, everything is moved by the data. And the jargon that we heard frequently is data is the new oil, right? So with the data, okay, financial services is changing rapidly as well. In 1800 to 1900s, right? So there was a fintech. So in the literature, it says as fintech 1.0. But unfortunately, this is only reached the developed country at the time, right? Where the key elements is the infrastructure, as you can see here. So that's actually to link the financial industries within that developed countries, right? It increased the link. And then move on to the 1960s to 2000, right? We know there is another improvement in fintech. So that's what